Hi everyone, welcome to our Group 8's presentation. Our product talk name is NEU Tracing, a digital contact tracing tool for Northeastern University students. We have 3 team members.
And I'm Weipeng Ma.
I'm Natasha Yamane.
And I'm Wenchao Zhu. So here is our content. First, we will introduce the background and purpose, followed by a live demo of our product. Then we will talk about the summative evaluation and the results. And the final thing is the recommendations.
So contact tracing is important to controlling and preventing the spread of the COVID-19 virus. Digital methods of contact tracing have become increasingly relevant, especially as institutions and workplaces have resumed in-person activities. Some researchers and public health officials have encouraged the adoption of these methods since they're more cost-effective than traditional methods of contact tracing. But in spite of these claims, there is currently no convenient digital contact tracing tool available at Northeastern University. So the goal of this project was to design a mobile-based COVID-19 contact tracing app for Northeastern students. NEU Tracing has several features, including a campus safety map, which shows up-to-date information about the distribution of COVID-19 infection rates around campus, real-time updates about positive COVID-19 test reports, a reporting function for students to report the results of their tests and also their symptoms via a daily wellness check, the ability to view testing history, and also the ability to modify class formats and on-campus appointments.
So it's for the live demo. As the student open the application, they will see the login page here. If they type in the username and the password, they can log into the application. And if it is the first time you go to this application, you will be asked to access your geolocation information. And this is the home page. Inside the home page, you can see that there is a Northeastern map, which is called Campus Safety Map. Inside this map, you could not only see your geolocation information, but also see the on-campus building's safety level. For example, if a person inside this building was tested positive recently, the building will be cited as a dangerous place and marked red. And if a person inside this building was suspected having COVID-19 positive, the building will be marked as blue. And besides, there is a button to do the daily wellness check, which is for the COVID-19 test. And this is for the homepage. For the report page, students could report their COVID-19 test results here. Suppose that a student has a positive test, he should either report the date he tested and the results. And he should offer his symptoms. Other than this, he also should report the place, the location he visited recently. And there's the safety guidelines. That's it for the report page. And for the history page, students could see their test result here. They could also manipulate the filter to see different time periods test results. And that's it for the testing history page. For the info page, students could see their personal information here. For example, they could either see the enrolled courses for this semester or see their upcoming affairs, for example, some holidays. And students could also manipulate the GPS setting here. They could disable it. Of course, if they disable the GPS service, they could not see the campus safety map anymore until they enable it. And that's it for the inform page. This is the schedule page. Students could manipulate their on-campus reservation here. For example, this is a fitness rooms reservation. Students could either modify it or cancel it. And students could also manipulate the courses state in this schedule. They could change the remote course to an in-person course. And that's it for the schedule page. Finally, I want to talk about another function we had. This is the notify function. The application will notify student if there is a person who tests positive is nearby them. And if the student clicks through this notification, they will go to the application and they could either choose to have a daily wellness track ready for the COVID-19 test or to see the guidelines for safety. And that's it for the live demo.
The summative evaluation. We totally invite 6 subjects to complete 5 tasks one by one. And for the measurements, we selected these 3: effectiveness, efficiency, and satisfaction as a measurement. Both NASA TRX and system usability scale were used. The experimental procedures are: after subjects sign the consent forms, we start to record their completion rates and times on Zoom. At the end of each task, they are required to finish a NASA TRX in a Google form. And the last thing to do is to complete a system usability scale. Next. The first result we got is the task completion rates. As it is shown in the picture, each task rate reaches 100 and no one fails in any task. Next. The second result from our collecting data is the efficiency as measured by time on task. We first generated the benchmark time, the average completion time of our team members, but the observed time is more than the target time for each task, especially for the task 3, 4, and 5. Maybe the experts spent less time than thought, and the cultural background and the mother language familiarity of our subjects results in these differences. Next. As for the NASA TRX result, the right picture is a sample we collected in our experiment in a scale of 1 to 7. For the left picture, we took means of each scale and plotted it. The overall demand for tasks 3 to 5 is larger than the first 2 tasks, and this finding is corresponding to the decreasing performance and increasing effort of these 3 tasks. Here we want to point out that tasks 3 and 5 needs to be improved and which that we are most interested in. Next. As for the system usability scale, the right picture is a sample we collected. For the left picture, we took means of each scale. Overall, are excellent, and we have 4 subjects give the best imaginable scores. Next.
So based on the feedback from our summative evaluations, a few minor changes to the design were recommended. The first one is related to the visibility of the information on this page. One user from our usability tests said that having a none of the above option would be useful for students who are not having any symptoms of COVID. This would also improve the efficiency or time on task for completing this task. We also got feedback regarding the consistency of our screen transitions and use of confirmation pop-ups. So the confirmation pop-up here currently appears throughout the steps of the reporting task, but not between steps 1 and 2 of the daily wellness check. So to solve this problem, we can either reduce the number of pop-ups here in the reporting task or add 1 more confirmation pop-up in between steps 1 and 2 of the daily wellness check. The third recommendation is related to the color contrast of the off button on this page. Because this button is not enabled or cannot be clicked or tapped on, the color of the text label should be made lighter in color to show that it can't be used. And finally, the last recommendation is related to Norman's principle of mapping. One person in our usability test said that they were confused by the 2 cancel buttons for the appointment details page. For the user, the second cancel button in the pop-up is confusing, and they weren't sure whether clicking that would cancel the appointment. So to solve this problem, we can change the text label for this button to undo or back so that we can better distinguish the functions of these 2 buttons.
And thank you for watching our presentation. If you have any question, please leave a comment on our on Piazza. Have a good day.